What's up, everybody? Tomorrow we get Season 3 Reloaded of Black Ops 6 and Warzone. So today the patch notes came out, and of course we got to go through them. We're going to only go through Warzone today, which I'll link down below. If you want to see the Black Ops 6 patch notes, I'll link those down below as well. And my Twitch, all my other social medias, and my single player channel are all linked down below if you want to come hang out live. Check me out on any other social medias. Or you like single player gameplay, you want to watch me play some single player games, those will be all linked down below as well. But let's go ahead and run through this stuff. Now, I haven't looked, so this is blind reaction. We got events coming: High Art May 1st to 15th, Blaze of Glory May 6th to 15th. Verdansk train station is opening. We're getting now some of the stuff we talked about yesterday in the Intel drop, which I'll link that blog post and the video itself down below. Moving train's back. It's got a recon contract on it. Vertical Ascenders have been reintroduced in Verdansk, matching their placement in the original Season 5 and current Plunder loadout. That was not something mentioned in the Intel drop yesterday, so that is new. Modes: High Trip Resurgence on Verdansk, 120 players. There'll be some like gummies that give you powers. We've had that before. We've had Massive Resurgence for its regular Resurgence on Verdansk, 120 players. Here's your playlist from March 1st through 15th. Battle Royale is going to have solo, duos, and quads. And ranked play will be the only trios playlist, which I'm excited for ranked, so I'm not really complaining about that. Resurgence, all sizes on Rebirth. High Trip Resurgence quads on Verdansk. Plunder quads on Verdansk. And Battle Royale casual quads on Verdansk. Ranked plays coming, 150 players, new SR values, restriction adjustments. We're mirroring the ban on Bandolier and the ammo satchel. I'm really here looking for snipe. There's an additional call out. We've added the trophy station to the buy station. And you have to unlock ranked play. Restrictions. Here's your weapon restrictions. Here's attachment restrictions. Nothing that people really use other than maybe thermal optics. Other restrictions: perks, no bird's eye or specialist, no bandolier, no ammo satchel, no cargo truck. Interesting. It's honestly not that good. The LTV is the vehicle to use. No big game bounty. For ranked, no shooting during free fall, no recon, no train recon, no proximity chat, no text to chat, no emotes, no high value loot zones, no gulag rocks, no live pings. No live pings in ranked is crazy. Starting circle is more centered, enabling players play space on drop, but extreme circle ends can still occur. Trophy system is added to the buy station inventory to enable a more protected vehicle. Here's ranked SR stuff. You can read that on your own. Same with SR setbacks, elimination delta, fees. You can rewards, placement rewards, operator skins. You can look at all this stuff yourself if you'd like. Let's see. Upgraded ground loot. Ground loot weapons have been revised to better align with each weapon's core role. Certain weapon builds have been added or removed from the loot pool. Slight adjustments have been made to weapon class distribution. High value loot zones. Each Season 3 POIs across Verdansk will be designated as high value loot zones, offering increased loot density. For Season 3 Reloaded, the active high value loot zones are train station, superstore, and military base. So they took hospital out of high value loot zones. It's interesting. I would have thought they would have taken like mill base and done train, hospital, and superstore, because those were the original hot drops. High value loot zones are now marked by a distinct color on the POI map during infill, so it's not just a no thing, now it's pointed out. The ammo restock depots and plunder have been increased from 5 seconds to 20 seconds. Movement speed while plating has been standardized, whether using the normal animation or the one-handed animation granted by Quick Fix. Your movement speed will now align with the weapon you had equipped when began plating. It's an interesting change. So that would tell you to plate when you have a melee weapon out, I guess. Equipment lethal drill charge has been buffed. The C4 got buffed. I don't like that they got C4. I don't like that they buffed the C4. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's crazy. Spring mine nerfed. That's good. Blast trap increased the detonation delay, so that was a nerf. Stem speed increase reduced, so they nerfed stems. Unbelievable. Experimental gas no longer deals tick damage. Following the gas size adjustments introduced at the start of Black Ops 6, we found the combination of debuff, area coverage, and damage to be underwhelming. By removing its damage entirely, we're shifting tacticals toward a clear identity: no damage or low damage utility. So it's just going to make you cough, I guess. So it'll still have the effects minus the damage effect. That's interesting. Contracts returning. Big game bounties coming back. Supply run contract squad mates who are dead at the time the supply run is completed will now also receive the fire sale reward. So that's new. That's not like original Warzone 1. If you were dead like it's been, you didn't get the reward, but I guess now you do. Kill streaks, adjustment, sentry. Why are we reintroducing the sentry gun to Warzone? And it got buffed. That's crazy. Bunker Buster's back. It's been nerfed, and they removed the damage from gas, which is interesting, but still, I don't want that. UAV audible call out on activation of UAV for enemies has been tightened up with the UX indicator. They're supposed to already do that. I don't like Bunker Buster and Sentry turrets coming back. That's frustrating. I'm guessing they won't be in rank, even though it wasn't on there. Low profile got buffed, but no one's using that. Bomb squad damage reduction got buffed as well. People aren't really using that. Survivor health regen delay increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. Well, Survivor's probably going to be... I don't know if Survivor... I mean, you'd switch to Scavenger. Reactive armor regeneration speed increased by 50%. I mean, that makes it better, but it's still probably not going to be super usable. And tracker outlines have been refined with thinner lines to improve visual clarity. So tracker kind of got nerfed, but not really. New weapons are the Ladra SMG. Excellent extreme rate of fire, excellent range, and low recoil. We'll see how it plays. I'm hoping it's meta. New conversion kits, the Goblin Rocket Conversion Kit. I'm hoping it's like fun and usable, but not like busted and annoying, you know? Splash damage capabilities come at the expense of bullet velocity and rate of fire. Equips a new default barrel and magazine. Weapon adjustments. So here's what we're looking for really is the AK and the AMAX. Headshot multiplier on the AK. Headshot multiplier reduced. Lower torso multiplier reduced. Sprint to fire speed slowed. Aim down sight speed slowed. Aim down sight move speed reduced. So probably not going to be like close range anymore, but still a good sniper support. The multiplier nerfs are kind of big, and so is the sprint to fire nerf, but I could still see this potentially being in the sniper support meta. AMAX reload speed increased by 15%, so it'll reload slower, and flip mag adjusted. So just go from the AK to the AMAX if you were using the AK for your sniper support or close range, because the AMAX is still going to be just as broken. Kilo reload speed increased, so it takes longer to reload. It needs a little more help than that. The BOW 27, so it's looking like the BOW 27 as well as the Holger 556 damage buffs, but range nerfs. They also had visual recoil reduced. The Holger also had bullet velocity increase, sprint to fire, speed improve, headshot multiple. It looks like they're doing a pass at all the MW2 weapons. So we're not going to go through all of this. You can go through this yourself, but it looks like they're doing what they did with the Black Ops 6 weapons going into this season, where they're buffing all the damage and the ranges, plus making other changes like bullet velocity and visual recoil reduction. I like the visual recoil reduction. So I guess it's only on the BOW 27, the Holger, 2 of those are MW3, 2 of those are MW2. The M4 and the TAC 56. The C9 30 round, the 10mm 30 round mag vertical recoil penalty reduced. The SAUG drop time improved. The drop time it takes a weapon to go off screen was longer than SAUG intended. HRM got its ranges all nerfed, but all of its damage buffed. Medium damage range 2 removed, lower torso multiplier increased. The WSP9, same thing, got damage buffs and range buffs. And then some other changes. People still aren't going to use these. That's part of the reason why I'm kind of just skipping through them. The MX9 damage and range buffs as well as some other changes. I like all the visual recoil reductions. PDSW 528 range buffs and damage buffs, visual recoil reduced. Some other, bullet velocity and other changes. You can go through all this stuff. We're not going to worry about shotguns at all. Shotguns luckily aren't viable and they didn't touch the damage. So LMGs in general, all Black Ops 6 belt fed magazine attachments have their max ammo reduced from 500 to 210. I didn't even know it was 500 because nobody uses it. The Fang fast mag pre-fire delay reduced. Same thing on the PU-27 with both fast mags. The SMG on both fast mags. The Pulmiot damage buff, range buffs, headshot multiplier increased, visual recoil reduced. I wonder if any of these are going to end up in the meta. Like, the Pulmiot wouldn't go away in the MW3 Warzone, and it might be back. Who knows? Attack Eradicator, damage and range buffs. I love all the visual recoil reductions because that's what these guns really needed to even really be viable. The RAW damage buffs, range nerfs, some differences to the multipliers. Seiken, same thing. All the visual recoil reductions are good. General marksman rifle, all non-bolt action marksman rifles in MW2, 3, and BO6 will now use AR ammo instead of sniper ammo. That's a positive change. The AEK buff and buffs to damage and ranges. Additional adjustments: bullet velocity decrease, headshot multiplier increase, lower torso multiplier increase. Changes to rapid fire. The DM10 had its ranges buffed. Bullet velocity increased, aim down sight speed improved, inflicted flinch to enemies increased, receive flinch from enemies decreased. So there's been kind of a talk of how this is like the DMR meta's back, and with these changes, it might actually be. SWAT 556, ranges increase, damage increase, bullet velocity increase, rapid fire damage range and bullet velocity penalties decrease. The TR2, which people don't even realize came back. Damage range, close nerfed, damage nerfed up close, buffed at long range. And bullet velocity increase, lower torso, and headshot multipliers increase. Inflicted flinch items increase. View kick strength improved significantly. Maybe that's going to be viable. Zarkov had damages, close range damage buffed and range buffed. Bullet velocity decrease, neck multiplier increase. HDR, aim down sight speed slowed from 510 milliseconds to 600 milliseconds. It's still going to be the dominant sniper. And the FJX Imperium had its range buffed and its long range damage buffed. Cali sticks drop time improved. Gulag loadout adjustments. Circle 1 added extended mags to all of them. Frag, thermite, Molotov, and smoke. Circle 2 extended mags were added. Circle 3 to the pistols, extended mags added, and Circle 3 to all of them. Circle 4 extended mags to everything plus underbarrels. The default loadouts got changed or updated. I like to see the Kilo is still one of them. And then the HDR is one of them as well. You can read all that if you want. Favoriting up players can mark operators favorites. There's no cap on the number of operators that can be favorited. Players will receive, there is a cap. Players will receive there is no cap, there is a cap. Random operator selection. Players can now enable a random operator option, allowing the game to select different operators each time they load in. If favorites are set, players have the option to randomize exclusively among their favorites. Players can select up to a maximum of 20 operators randomized from. That's probably your favorites limit as well. Random skins. Selection. Each operator's customization menu, players can enable the random skin option. Each time an operator is selected, a different owned skin will be applied. If favorite skins are set, the randomized selection will be set to those skins. Players can select up to 10 skins to randomize for a single operator. So you technically could have like 200 total randomizations, right? Because you can have 20 operators. Each one of them can have up to 10 skins, so it's 200 total. You could have 20. You could have 200. UI/UX new loadout marker icon. A blue loadout drop icon will now appear in the squad widget when your teammate has enough cash to purchase a loadout at the buy station. Damage closes buy station menu. Players can now toggle whether the buy station menu automatically closes upon taking damage. The setting is off by default. That's good. Kill feed duration setting. A new setting allows players to customize the long kill feed. Messages remain visible on screen after kill feed update. Adjustments. Attachment filters to Modern Warfare weapons. An improved attachment filtering system has been added for Modern Warfare weapons. Death recap widget. The death recap has been expanded in Season 3 Reloaded to provide clearer insight. Affected by heartbeat sensor, affected by body shield on teammate, affected by resurgence mark, affected by prox alarm, and affected by most wanted target. Interesting. Nearby grenade notification. The grenade warning icon now fades slightly when player is no longer in direct line of sight of the active grenade, providing a more intuitive visual clue. That's good. Damage overlay opacity. The full screen red damage overlay triggered by armor damage has its opacity reduced by 50%, creating less visually intense experience when under fire. That's also good. Double kill streak overwrite notification. When 2 enemy kill streaks are activated within 3 seconds of each other, the second notification will now interrupt and replace the first. This ensures both are delivered promptly and players can react appropriately. Previously, the second notification would wait for the first to finish, often resulting in delayed awareness. Death Skull icon improvements. The Death Skull icon has been adjusted to scale more appropriately with distance. It will now appear larger when close by, making it easier to spot while taking up less screen space while viewed from far. Vehicles. Dirt bike is back. Heli adjusted the weight class from medium light to light. This adjusts how explosive and launchers interact with the heli. I was hoping that meant it would move better, but the heli's going to be worse now. Launchers, including Joker, one-hit grenades, including C4 one-hit, traps one-hit, and thermite 10 tick. Oh, the heli's even worse. The heli's been bad, and now it's even worse. This is terrible. Heli passenger view angles. Players can now look around with more freedom than before and are less restricted in tracking targets from below. Audio, vehicles, revise and rebalance the volumes of vehicle engine, suspension, chassis, tire, surface skids, impact, hit marker, and horn sounds. Removed unavailable daily challenges, sticker book challenge. I'm not worried about challenges. Bug fixes, fix an issue where scavenger bags can be picked up by players other than the intended recipient. Fix an issue where scavenger did not grant the correct amount of max ammo. That is an important one. Fix an issue where Ghost was applying default values instead of the intended configuration. Fix an issue where Ghost perks grace period was not correctly set to 3 seconds. Fix an issue where required movement speed for Ghost activation was not correctly set to 35, equivalent to crawling or faster. Fix an issue while using Bomb Squad where all explosives were incorrectly capped at 150 damage. Explosives can now deal up to 300 damage as originally intended. Audio, fixed headshot kill indicator sounding higher pitch than expected in the classic hit marker preset. Fixed classic hit markers being quieter than intended. Miscellaneous, fix an issue where thermite tick rate could be significantly faster than intended. Fix an issue causing unintended burst velocity when exiting an extender. People learned how to abuse that. Fix an issue where scavenger perk could do incorrectly grant more than the maximum reserve ammo. I'm reading through these very quickly because most of these aren't too important. I don't see anything about them fixing an issue where when your team gets wiped and your game ends, you crash. But those are the patch notes. I would have liked to see a stronger AMAX nerf and maybe a stronger AK nerf. We'll have to feel out the AMAX nerf. I would have liked to seen a small kilo buff, maybe some buffs to the other snipers. But a lot of these changes are either good, fine, or nothing burgers. I like the MW2 and 3 weapons are getting damage buffs to match more. And some of these are significant. I mean, I just stopped rambling. Look at the HRM. Right, from 28 to 34 up close, and from 24 to 32 in that mid range. That's significant, right? So we'll see. The SMG meta, if it's not the new SMG, it could be the SAUG, it could be maybe the KSV, because the SAUG didn't get nerfed. So it'll probably be the SAUG for a lot of people. Maybe one of the MW2 weapons, MW3 weapons. I like that they're starting to go back and help out the viability of the MW2 and 3 weapons. This is where we were looking for the most, is these two, I think, really, when it comes to nerfs and buffs. And the AMAX did not really get nerfed at all. And the AK probably no longer as viable as the AMAX. It was more viable. Probably now it's less viable. Probably still the second best sniper support. But still probably, well, definitely not close range anymore. But definitely the second best. I'm guessing the second best sniper support. We'll have to see, but that is the patch notes. Like I said, I don't think there's anything else important to retouch on. I'm excited to have Ascenders back on buildings. It's been fun without them. I think it'll be more fun with them. I'm excited for Train to be back, and the moving train, and the recon on the train, and ranked. It didn't say anything about snipers being one-shot headshot in ranked, so I'm guessing the HDR still is. But those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. Check out the links below, whether it's the blog post, my video on the Intel drop from yesterday, my Twitch, my social medias, my single-player channel. Check out all those links down below. I will see you in the next video, and I will see you on Verdansk. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.